Hello guys and welcome to my new video. Today is all about locations in Wilds Unknown, and while you're sitting at your location watching this video, you gain one lore, draw a card, and you have to subscribe to my channel. And now have fun with the decks, let's go! The first deck of today, and today will be a quick one, 3 color combinations, 3 location decks. And to give you an idea how strong location decks can be in set 12 Wilds Unknown, we start off with Ruby Steel, and what made this deck so strong, or what makes this deck so strong, is the new card Jack-Jack Parr from The Incredibles, a 4-cost inkable character. 4 strength, 4 willpower, quest for 1 lore, and at the start of your turn you may put the top card of a deck into your discard. If it's a character, you get +2 strength this turn. If it's an action or item, you get +2 lore this turn, and if you discard a location, you can banish chosen character. So if you play lots of locations in the deck and have Jack-Jack Parr on board, you basically have a high chance on hitting a location every turn and can banish a character on the opposing side. Let's not talk about every card in this deck, but about the key cards, and one of the key cards is the 3-drop Elsa. It's a 2 strength, 2 willpower character, quest for 2, and when you play this character you can pay 2 less for the next location you play this turn. So you can basically play Elsa in turn 3 and a location which costs 2 or less for free. Also, John Silver is in the deck, 3-cost inkable character, 3 strength, 2 willpower, quest for 1, and for each location you have in play, this character gets +1 resist and +1 lore. So he's a good finisher if you already have established couple locations on board. You play John Silver, he has resist immediately, he has the lore, and if he survives 1 turn, you can quest for a huge amount of lore the next turn. Also in the mix, 3 copies of Launchpad, a new card from set 11, 2 strength, 5 willpower, quest for 1, and all your locations gains resist +1, so you can like boost up and protect your locations a little bit. And one of the new cards I included in this deck as well, 3 copies of Fergus. He's a 6-cost inkable character, so one of our top end cards here. 4 strength, 6 willpower, quest for 2, and during your turn, whenever this character becomes exerted, you may play a location from your hand or discard with cost 4 or less for free. And this is insane because you can challenge with him, you can sing with him, you can quest with him, and then you can play a location with cost 4 for free, and that every turn. And this is huge. And while this character is at a location, and whenever your location is challenged and banished, you may deal 4 damage to chosen character. So this is also a nice addition and a nice ability. Fergus, our top end character here. And yeah, let's talk about locations. In total I run 22 locations in this list, and like there are Zootopia, Scrooge Counting House, Castle Wyvern, Illuminary Tunnels, Fat Cat's Club, and one of the most exciting locations, Leviathan's Lair. It's a 4-cost uninkable location, 4 willpower, 2 lore, and when this location gets banished, your opponent has to choose one of his characters and banish them. So this is pretty huge. And to finish up this deck list, I want to point out a very nice combination of 2 cards actually. It's Scrooge Counting House with 5 ink. You play the Scrooge Counting House, you boost it, so it has 5 willpower and 2 lore, and then you play the 1-cost action Winter Spell to protect your location, the Scrooge Counting House, from being challenged. So you definitely gain the 2 lore, and you boost your Counting House the next turn as well. And if you happen to have another Winter Spell card in hand, you can protect it again. So this is a very good and broken combo. I just wanted to point out our card draw engines are dock, and I also included 2 copies of the new card Touch the Sky, so you can move a character to a location for free and you draw cards equal to locations lore. So basically it's a draw 1, draw 2 sometimes, but it's not as effective as I thought. Overall, I really love the Ruby Steel location list. If you want to copy it, you will find a link in the video description as well. And we move on to the second location list I've prepared for you today. The second list today, Purple Steel locations, a deck which became a little bit popular at the end of set 11, and I added a couple new cards I wanted to try in set 12, a couple locations, and yeah, I really love the deck. It's fast, it's quick, and it can catch your opponent by surprise. Let's talk about some card choices here. For the underdog ability, I chose Christopher Robin. He is a 2-cost inkable character, 1 strength, 3 willpower, quest for 2, and you can play him in turn 1 if you're on the draw. I also included Pocahontas into the list. When you quest with her, you can choose the lore from another exerted character, so you can basically like gain more lore than the one she has printed on, which is pretty strong. Our card draw engine is dog mainly. Then I have included the Steel Lilo, and of course for some burn, the White Rose, and of course John Silver is also in this deck. Gains +1 resist and +1 lore for each location you have in play. For some removal, I added 4 copies of Fire the Cannons to deal with smaller characters or shift targets, whatever your opponent throws at you. And another card draw engine, Amethyst Chromicon. It's a 2-cost inkable item, and when you exert it, each player may draw a card, also your opponent, but that keeps you alive through the game mostly. Because if you establish multiple Chromicons, you can draw a couple cards each turn and of course play them right away and spam your board with locations. And speaking of locations, I run 24 locations in total in this list. We have the Fairy Ship, we have Zootopia, we have Castle Wyvern, we have the Library for additional card draw, and with a huge body. 8 willpower on a location is pretty strong, and we all know and love the Library. I have included the Illuminator Tunnels, of course the Fat Cats Club for some 2 lore location, and I really fell in love with the new Ring of Stones location. 4-cost inkable location, 7 willpower, 1 lore, and your exerted characters can move here for free. And once during a turn when a character moves here, you gain 1 lore. So basically you could go Christopher Robin, you can go Pocahontas, then you can like drop a White Rose, and in turn 4 you can drop the Ring of Stones, quest with all your characters, move 1 exerted character here, gain an additional lore, and so you're really fast with lore gain with this deck. And card draw is never an issue because you have Doc, you have Amethyst Chromicon, and you have the Library as well. And for some removal, as I said, Fire the Cannons. Yeah, pretty fast deck, pretty interesting list. I really like it. You will find a link in the video description below. And I've prepared 1 more location deck list for you, and this color combo might surprise you a bit. Amber Ruby, but with locations, and by far this was the most fun I had with testing my location decks for you. Amber Ruby got some kind of revival in the last 2 sets, and playing it with locations is a very interesting approach. Let's talk about some card choices I made. We see the Elsa again, we see Jack-Jack Parr again, we have the Liquidator in the mix for some underdog pressure on your opponent, and one of the key cards is the Minnie Mouse. 3-cost uninkable character, 3 strength, 2 willpower, quests for 1. She's back from set 6 Azurite C. And once during a turn, whenever a card is put into your inkwell, you may return a location card from your discard to your hand, which is really strong. So when your location gets banished, you can ink, get it back again, and play it right away, which can be really strong. And a nice combination also, I included a new card from set 12, a Mazus Inkcaster. It's a 2-cost uninkable item, and when you exert it, you can pay 1 ink to look at the top 4 cards of your deck, and you may reveal a location card to put it into your hand, and the rest of the cards go under your deck. So you basically can find and play locations every turn. And speaking of locations, also 24 different locations in this deck. We have Zootopia, we have Scrooge's Counting House, we have the Pride Lands, and end this room for some big body locations with 8 willpower and 1 lore. We have Sleepy Hollow for the combination with Get to Safety. And we also have the Graveyard of Christmas Future if you need some additional card draw, and to have some removal in the deck also. Leviathan's Lair, 4-cost uninkable location with 2 lore, and when the location gets banished, your opponent has to choose one of his characters and banish them. And what makes this color combination so strong with locations is Raging Storm. I only included 2 copies of this board because it can get a little clunky in hand if you have multiple Raging Storm in hand and can't ink, but it's so strong. You establish multiple locations, you ink up to 8, you wipe the board, and your opponent has no chance of removing all your locations, and then you just get back your locations, or you find them more locations with Amazu's Inkcaster. I also have some removal for evasive characters, the Horseman Strikes, and for some additional card draw, because this can be tricky sometimes. Ohana means family, and yeah, you really have to try this color combination. You really have to try this location deck because it's just awesome. Take it to your local league, try it out, and find out how strong Amber Ruby locations can be. You will find a link in the video description below. And yeah, that's it for today. I hope you liked the deck lists and try it out yourself. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more videos coming. I'm planning on releasing a new deck profile video next week. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Flokki.